Even I would request Professor Dr. R.T. Goswami, Sir, Director TINT, to come forward for the inauguration session. Faculties from Meghnad Shah Institute, TINT, Bhatanagar are requested to come ahead. I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, to stay back for his inaugural address. So can we have you on stage, please, sir?
Good morning to everybody. Today all of us are actually gathered over here to celebrate this particular, what we call as the World Youth Skills Day. And I'm sure the main personalities whom we really want to have over here is my dear students. And I'm very happy to see that my dear students from, not only from our universities, but from the different colleges which are associated with the Techno India group, they are over here. It is indeed a great pleasure for us that along with them, we have the faculty members from the different colleges associated with the Techno India group, and the different professors and faculty members from Sister Nivedita University who are associated with this particular effort, what we call as Udyog. Now this Udyog, Sister Nivedita University, it is a main organization under which there are 3 different verticals. One of the vertical is entrepreneurship development. Another vertical is innovation and incubation. And the third one is IPR. All these 3 verticals together is under one umbrella, what we call as a Udyog. And so I am requesting all my dear friends from the colleges and the director from the different colleges to be associated with us, help us, because in their cases, many of them have very important this particular entrepreneurship development cell or IPR cell, and we want to learn from them about it. So we can take it that this is the 10th year after the announcement by the United Nations General Assembly, who declared July 15 as a World Youth Skill Day in 2014. Now, this year, this World Youth Skill Day will take place in a challenging context after post-pandemic, and where it has been shown that there is a worldwide closure of technical and vocational training institution, alarming the vitality of the skills development. On the other hand, introduction of the NEP 2020, which gives a major emphasis on the skills and vocational development in India, this is also very important for us to consider. Now, what we could see that nearly 70% of the world's learners are affected by schools closures across the education levels, and currently more than 1 in 6 young people are out of work. So according to the UN official website, the theme of World Youth Skills Day 2023 is very interesting. I don't know how many of you know, this year the theme is skilling teachers. Because what has been considered that if we don't skill the teachers, then that cannot be percolated among the students itself. So skilling teachers, trainers, and youth for a transformative future. Now, it highlights the essential role that teachers, trainers, and other educators who will play in providing the skills for youth to transition to the labor market and to actively engage in their communities and societies. Now, in this context, I'm very happy that we are organizing one of the project thing, and there are large number of projects we received from, not only from our university, but from the different colleges associated with the Techno India group, and the number is around 50, yeah. Around 60 right now, so you can easily understand that's quite a bit of number, and there are very senior judges who are going to look after this, and also we have very, very important that our friends from the industry as well as the director of MSME, Mr. Mitro is with us, and we have from our friend Digbijoy, who is helping us in different aspects actually. Now I think you are almost in the 4th program associated with the Techno India group, always helping us. And so this is a very good start for this Udyog, and I'm really look forward to the absolute success of this particular effort what the Sister Nivedita University started, and it is actually one of the dream project of our Honorable Chancellor also. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir, for setting the focus on the day and reminding what Youth Skills Day actually stands for. Thank you for your encouraging address. Moving forward, we are privileged as we have been graced by the presence of many eminent speakers as our esteemed guests of honor. So, to show them our gratitude, we would like to felicitate them for our end. So, I would request Mr. D. Mitro, Director MSME, and Mr. Digbijoy Chakraborty, Founder and MD of Sun Ecotech Ventures, to come forward for their felicitation. And request our Vice Chancellor Sir, Registrar Sir, Ina Ma'am, R.T. Goswami Sir, and CFO Sir to come forward to felicitate them. Please help with the felicitation tray. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. Now, I would request Ina Bose ma'am to say a few words on today's occasion. Ma'am, I'll give them.
Thank you, Shakshi. Shakshi has been doing a good job, I suppose. Good afternoon, students, faculty members, eminent dignitaries. BC sir has already briefed everyone about the importance of World Youth Skills Day. I'm going to tell a little bit about Udyog. Some of you are aware of this term, and to some it's fairly new. Udyog was conceived around 5 years back, but probably took 5 years to take a proper shape. It is incubated, right. So this is a centralized platform for all the Techno India Group colleges and Sister Nivedita University to encourage the students to innovate, to incubate, and thereby form entrepreneurs. We need more and more entrepreneurs in the state of West Bengal. With this in mind, we are also going to launch a course curriculum on entrepreneurship. For that, from next Monday onwards, we are having a Training the Trainers program. Wadhwani Foundation will come forward and teach our faculties from all the colleges and us to make the teachers first ready to pass on the knowledge to the students. So this is a first step towards entrepreneurial development. So I would like more and more participation from the colleges. Yes, of course, the large number of participation in terms of projects that we have got today, the actual number was much more, but it was difficult for us to accommodate hundreds. The colleges are really doing very well. SNU is just a child compared to them. So I want, maybe in future, maybe in a month or so, I will be having a bigger platform, bigger program for you all to showcase. Our Chancellor, sir, is trying his best. He's got a very busy schedule today. He's trying her best to be here towards the end of the day. But if he's unable, I will be organizing the winners or the best projects of today's exhibition to be showcased in front of him very soon. So nothing to get disheartened. This will keep on happening more and more. Okay, all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your enlightening words. Moving forward, I would request Professor Dr. R.T. Goswami, sir, Director TINT, to come up and address us.
Good afternoon to everyone, respected Vice Chancellor and all the dignitaries of the dais, faculty member from different institution, group colleges, and all the students. Nowadays, what is happening apart from the classroom teaching, which is definitely important, but we need to excel in different areas like out-of-box thinking. We are talking about the entrepreneurship in quotes, but everybody may not be an entrepreneur, but you might need to think certain things which is out of box. You may be a very good entrepreneur. So interdisciplinary work is very much important, and it's really good to see. I know I am very much associated with this, all the activities of SNU doing and in the group. Even I'm not talking about my college. I know every college along with my college is doing different activities on entrepreneurship development. Different courses nowadays, government is also engaging students in different ways, different kind of hackathons, MSME project proposal, DST project, DSTVT. All this is part of this complete banner, under the banner, complete picture. So Udyog is definitely in that way. Even I know one of my faculty member was talking to here, one of the lead scientists or the lead professor, which is Ramaranjan Bhattacharya. We are talking about, because recently we got 12 projects from the DST, and there also, that is called the PRISM, and then TINT. So there also we are discussing about, because in the catch part of, and that can be students can engage yourself. I request all the students also, you give your projects along with your mentor. So there also you need to have, this is a 2 lakhs, immediately 2 lakhs budget, and that is institute will not part of that. It is directly coming to the faculty's account. But one catch part is 10% of the project cost will be taken care of by the individual faculty. So that is also can be come with the Udyog. If you can tag with this one, that portion can be also waived off or can be taken care of. So this kind of attitude or the activities must be there in every colleges. If you do not have these colleges, these kind of activities, and thanks to Dr. Ms. Bose for organizing this kind of different activities, and we are part of that. I can ensure from my college, I think every college is there, representation is there, everybody will be definitely take care of this kind of situations and this kind of things. I request everybody go ahead with the different projects. There also student can learn many things, because classroom teaching is mandatory for your academic improvement or the academic part, but you need to have different, because jobs are coming nowadays, definitely huge jobs, but you need to think of your entrepreneurship skills. You can work, because if you can see beyond, if you see the good institution, like if I take the example of IIM Ahmedabad, they have the major entrepreneurship development task. So this effort is definitely good one, and I wish this program a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your address. Now it feels very incomplete if we don't hear it from one specific person. So I would really request our respected registrar, sir, to come ahead and address us. Please, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody, and it's really a pleasure to see two things culminating. One is the youth skills, and other is something which is very, very close to not only me, but the entire group, which is entrepreneurship development, innovation, incubation, and of course, IPR is there. Of course, everybody cannot be an entrepreneur. That's what, I don't know. Experts are there, myth is there. So it's a myth or it's a reality, so experts can say. Entrepreneurship, in the curriculum, almost everywhere we find. It's said that in successful entrepreneurs, we find certain traits. Now, we cannot develop traits, but then again, competencies are there which can be developed. But nowadays, things have changed. While we find that, today's youth are, back in our days, we don't find so much of entrepreneurs. But today, due to the development of technology, especially the digital technology, we are finding more and more of entrepreneurs coming up. More and more startups are coming up. More and more unicorns are coming up in India. That's a very, very important and interesting fact that we would all like to cherish. At least we all like to see that some of these startups at least grow from our institutions. Perhaps this is one of the important facts that I'll really thank Ina Madam for spearheading this. And there are n number of government schemes which are available for development of entrepreneurship in the institution, starting from our own AICTE to there is something known as National Science and Technology Entrepreneurship Development Board, which is being run by Department of Science and Technology. So for long, for almost like 10, 15 years, they've been running something known as Technology Business Incubator. So business incubation or technology business incubation is something which came immediately after a concept known as science and technology entrepreneurship development. So initially the mechanism was STEP, which was in IITs, and thereafter it transformed into TBIs, which is Technology Business Incubator. But a word of caution for people from technology. Very often we find that these people who are from technology background, they fall in love with technology. Entrepreneurs do not fall in love with technology. You know, the day the technology is out, the technology is old. So technology is not your girlfriend, okay? So you have to, or your boyfriend, you have to, quickly change your mind. So once the technology is out, the technology is old, and therefore you have to understand that there are two things. One is business, another is technology. So, and the experts are there, they can tell you how to, control that. What actually happens is, supposing that I have built something, a robot maybe out of something, and I don't like somebody imitating me or doing much better robot than me, and then I try to convince myself that this is the best robot in the world, which in fact is not, and after some days I feel that, and then what happens? Then somebody else overtakes me and I feel bad. So remember this thing, technology-based entrepreneurship is very, very nice, but it's actually playing with fire, so control your emotions. Finally, a very small story, why entrepreneurship is important. You see, there was a lady who was talking to a fellow lady, and she had 3 daughters. And she said that, I'm really concerned about my youngest daughter. So the other lady said, why? Because he said that, I don't know, my youngest daughter, he is in a relationship with someone who is doing business, I don't know what. So, but I am very satisfied with the elder one and the middle one, because, their husbands are doing quite fine and they are working. One is an engineer, other is a lawyer. So said that, and they are having, 10 to 5 duty. So, and at the end of the month, they are having a check for them. So it's a really nice one. So the other lady asked, so what about the third one? She said the third one is the one in which, who is a company, I don't know what, he's doing a business in which both this engineer and lawyer is employed. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your address, sir. Moving forward, I would like to get to the addresses by our speakers for today. With us, we have Dr. D. Mitro, Director of MSME, and I would request sir to come forward and address us.
Hello. Very good afternoon. I'm very much privileged that university has called me to speak on this occasion. Now, as sir was telling, VC sir, that in 2014, UN General Assembly has declared today's day as World Youth Skills Day. Now why? As the world undergoes rapid technological, economic, and societal transformation, youth will need the right skills to successfully navigate these challenges and achieve their full potential. This is the main need of declaring this day. This year, as Sir said, the theme is skilling the teachers, trainers, youth for transformative future. Now I shall move into the link between the skills, enterprise, and then MSMEs. If we say the skills, I can divide skills into three categories. One is that is transferable or functional skill. Second is the personal attributes. And third is the knowledge-based, or we can call it as acquired skills. Again, these three types of skills can be termed into two categories again. One is technical skill and one is soft skill. We are more concerned about these two, of course, because of our career for the youth. But from the Ministry of MSME, we have got a study, and we have done some skill mapping to address the concerns of the MSMEs with reference to the skilled persons. And the skill map focuses on the general areas of competence from the students or the youth. You will be surprised to know that we have identified around 650 plus skills which is required by the MSMEs. Now coming quickly to the MSMEs as such, micro, small and medium enterprises, you must be knowing that this is defined in terms of two criteria. One is investment criteria and another is annual turnover criteria. If we call it micro, then investment is within 1 crore and annual turnover is within 5 crore. So micro is not as we generally think. You can just imagine that 1 crore investment comes under micro. And if you go for small, the investment criteria is within 10 crores and annual turnover is around 50 crores. So it is, again, small is not small. And if you call it medium enterprises, then it is 50 crore investment and 250 crore annual turnover. The question is how we changed from the industry to enterprise concept. In 2006, MSMED Act was passed in Parliament, and from that year, earlier we are known as small scale industry. Now we are MSMEs. So the industry concept is now changed into enterprise concept. We actually, in our fold, we take two categories. One is manufacturing and one is servicing. But after COVID, we also given cognizance to trading sector as well. So that can also be in the MSME, but they will not get the benefit of other schemes of ministry, but they will definitely get the financial benefit from the banks. So all within the encompassing all the areas of enterprises, we are big. Now, coming to the MSME sector of India, so far we recognize MSMEs who have done Udyog registration. Now this is a free of cost registration. It can be done only within half an hour. Only thing required is Aadhaar and PAN. So anyone willing to have his own MSME registration, they can simply go to the portal and get it registered. Though there are some portals which are fake portals, they are demanding money, but from the government portal it is completely free, And we should know that once we get registered, we will be serving as an enterprise, and we can get benefits from the Ministry of MSME. Coming to the other areas, as regards entrepreneurship and innovations, I will say that this particular attempt, Udyog, in my language, U is unique. Something you have done, that is unique things. And D, that is development. Development for Y. Y is youth. So I interpret your Udyog as unique developmental work for the youth, and the onus is only for the G, only generations, means future generations. So this way I appreciate this particular attempt from SN University. Only thing that our future generations, what actually they need the changes of the mindset. What we have been doing for the last 30 years, now at this point we are not doing that. I can just remember that people used to come to our office and demand different informations or different projects. Either they used to ask us about the raw materials or the machineries required for a project. All these informations are not sought for in this today's day. So what for we are there? Now the important thing is they need informations on other areas which are related with the business, but not all such old information which is already available in the market. So we need to change. We need to change how we can develop the MSMEs and how we can tell them the new areas of business opportunities. Now they talk about GST, now they talk about the trade balances, now they talk about the different innovative ideas, how they can get the government benefits. These are the areas where we have to give information to them. Now question is again, this information is available over the internet, but the thing is, which information is actually beneficial to me, that is important. In today's world, information, I really feel it is the strongest tool for the youth. But using the information for your need, that is more important. And for that, you require expert hands. For that, you require teachers, professors, and people like experts. So, if you think about the thought process, change of thought process, what is thought process? How actually you form a, organize your thoughts, that is the thought process. It can be included in the both conscious and unconscious minds. There are 15 numbers of thought process. But out of this 15 number of thought process, one is very harmful, that is cognitive thought, which cause us to take shortcuts, which cause us to distort the reality and make irrational decisions. So we should be very careful on that. Otherwise, as one of the speakers was telling, out-of-box thinking or innovation, that is the need of the hour. Just 1 month ago, MSME Idea Hackathon was published. This Idea Hackathon is for this Hackathon 3, third year we are running. It is only for women youth, and youth from the women's. And the date of submitting the ideas is 10th of August. In West Bengal, we have launched this innovation and incubation scheme. And you will be surprised to know there are 26 institutions already in the host institute. And for each idea, from incubation to commercialization, ministry is providing 15 lakhs to the host institute per idea. So I request the women students to think of this. You can visit innovative.msme.gov.in, and you can still, time is there for splashing your ideas. If you have new ideas, you can always apply. We have, from the Minister of MSME, many schemes. Most of the schemes are for the industries, of course, but we have also ESDP schemes, entrepreneurship and skill development program schemes, where we give one-day awareness programs. We can conduct management development programs. We can conduct skill development programs. So I invite all of you who are interested in your new career opportunity as in entrepreneurship. You can contact us, and let us make this day as a startup day for your new career opportunities as an entrepreneur. With these words, I really thankful to SN University for calling me and presenting my views to you, to the teachers and the professors and distinguished guests. I hope today's program will be a success, and the ideas generated in the projects that will be suitably awarded. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a very enlightening keynote address. Next, I would request Mr. Digvijay Chakraborty, founder and MD of Sun Ecotech Ventures, to come up on stage and address us. Please, sir.
A very good afternoon to all the students here, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the administration and authority of Sister Nivedita University, all the Techno University directors and the associate partners present over here. It's really a privilege for me to be here and address on this World Youth Skill Day. And as the platform was said before by other dignitaries and the speakers, it was initiated by the United Nations in the year 2014 as the World Youth Skill Day. So if we understand the skill mission and the theme this year, as my previous speaker mentioned about, the teachers training, the trainers training, and a collaboration with the teachers, educators, and the students, of course. So this is the ecosystem and the platform which can actually make the entire system very effective and properly utilized and efficient. See, as my identity here, like when I was in a global consulting firm, I remember this event day was celebrated once in USA, and I was invited there at the Stanford University, I remember, and where every faculty is totally engaged and also in a task to publish the articles, the innovations, at least 2 innovations in a year, may be patented later on, and to see that there are at least 5 successful entrepreneurs or the innovators to be prepared and rather produced at the end of every year. That was given a task. And when I was in the Department of Medicine, I saw many innovations which were presented before us, And today when we see there were pandemics and other critical illnesses all over the world, how really they helped. Those innovations were how effective that we have also realized sitting over in our country during those days. So this year, what I saw, the initiative of the United Nations was mostly to empower students by the guidance and help of the faculty members who also need to be trained as to how to develop the students, as I mentioned. In our mission, I was very closely working with various government institutes, MSME in particular, definitely the Niti Aayog, and other Startup India and the Stand Up India projects, was part of a jury or some contributor over there. We saw there are many innovations and the energetic youth group who took the challenges and developed a lot of things, but there were at the same time the dark side of it was not everyone could be the entrepreneur at the end of the day because of various reasons, not just the talent, but the final ecosystem, how it actually helped them to grow. We have to understand one thing, the innovation is very, very important. At the same time, the innovation has to be commercialized. That's the priority of the whole thing. You can take a lead time of 1 year or 2 years to make it commercialized, and till then you can engage yourself in design, development, and the stakeholders management. And finally, when you come out with your model as a successful model, it has to be commercial. Otherwise, it will not see a silver line. So in this critical situation, this Sister Nivedita University, what we have seen, in a shortest period of time, they have actually pioneered all these skills as well as the various developmental program, whether it is the United Nations or the World Health or the other national institutions or innovations. So they have implemented everything across their schools, colleges, and the university. So a big round of applause to Sister Nivedita University. Despite my preoccupation today, I know when I communicated my engagement today, I thought that I should be present here even for a shorter time to meet the enthusiast students here and the people who are supporting them, just to energize myself, at the same time to learn many things from the other speakers and the students. I saw some of the exhibitions over there, and which are more similar in line that we thought of in introducing in our organization. Our organization, to say a few words about it, that how I am here today. We initiated the green innovations, the green energy, the Go Green initiative, and officially which was the first initiative from the city of Joy, Kolkata. Because when we went for the registration of our company, we saw there was no particular company which is registered at eco-friendly and biodegradable products as their main nature of business. So we were lucky enough to be introduced and honored by the state government also, that to recognize us as the Go Green initiative in this city of West Bengal, as well as we are working all over the country. And fortunately, in a very shorter period of time, our products we could sell from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I must say every state or union territory or some product or other we have been able to sell and offer to our customers, and most of them are very satisfied customers. So among our customers, there are many technical institutions, there are IITs, there are defense, which is like the BSF, the military and the other government agencies, and the corporates at large. And also there are many resellers who have taken our products for reselling and tech as a venture. We from Sonico Tech Ventures, within a shorter period of time, and as you know that after coming from a long period of consulting work or in the management consulting, when we started this, it was even a challenge, it was even a challenging concept to us that how successful we can be. So we decided to be a larger aggregator at the very first place. So we became the national aggregator where we have aggregated all the youngsters with their good concepts. If that is made commercial, we can support them in a big way. So today, our mission is to collaborate with the various academic institutions to have the hand-holding facilities with the students and the faculties and take it to the next level to make it commercialized so that it becomes a sustainable initiative by the group as a whole. So when we talk about the multiple stakeholders initiative means, without a multiple stakeholder relationship, it is very difficult for any entrepreneur to be successful in a shorter to medium and long-term basis. When you see the large-scale innovations happening, that is happening at the large companies, which is not, or beyond the MSME level. And they are doing in their laboratory. But this skill development importance is when our students or the youngsters, they got trained into this, they could contribute in the larger innovations at the larger companies, and thereby government interest is to promote these students, provide them adequate skills through various skill development institutions, and engage them for a larger employment generation, as well as contribute in the innovation and in a large-scale production. So thereby, it is the development of the economy directly and indirectly. You all are contributing today, or you are the future contributor to the industry and the economy of the country. So we are the first growing country that we know economically from the innovations point of view. Although there are some dark side, there are a lot of examples of the failures, but we must take the sincere efforts to become successful entrepreneur and to be associated in a collaborative manner. That is very important. See friends, this is my humble submissions to all of you, that sometimes we feel that, okay, this is my innovation and I should not share outside and I'll be bigger in someday or other, which is very, very difficult. You need to collaborate as fast as possible and stop replicating which someone else is doing. Try to collaborate with that entity or try to improvise that product instead of you just take that innovation separately in silos and try to take again a long period of time to develop. By then, there is a disruptive technology which will have a major disruption in your economy as well. See, if we talk about even a mobile phone, see, this is the biggest example of a collaborative platform. See, the OEM, who is the manufacturer of the mobile phone, has got no function if it is not associated with the multiple softwares inbuilt in that system. If it is not successful, if it is not associated or connected with a proper SIM, whenever you are traveling or you face any problem, you are probably expressing your annoyance to the service provider, may it be Airtel or anybody, Jio or anybody, and saying that, okay, that is the disturbance happening and what is the poor network, or sometimes you are saying what is the better network. But see the integration. The OEM of this mobile handset cannot function with that SIM integrated or the various softwares inbuilt in that. So look at your mobile and 100% users are there, who are appreciating the efforts and who are doing their professional work on that particular platform must be thinking that when we also do something, it should be an integrated effort. So not by silo, so that it becomes more successful and cohesive. Sarnico Tech Ventures is a Go Green initiative, as I mentioned. In our initiative, we aggregate good innovations and the skilled resources, which is very important. We can aggregate you under our banner to support you at your respective location if we have something innovative product. I tell you, when we talk about the green initiative, there is a presentation I have just seen there's a green campus. Sanico also has a product or the project called Sanico Green Campus. So I was very enthusiastic, excited to see that and requested the students that maybe offline, your faculty members who are supporting you to be connected with us so that we can also integrate this. This Green Initiative Campus is make a campus fully green, and that is also the theme of this year's Youth Skills Day, which is transformation to green economy, so that it becomes less pollution free and it is more sustainable for the future. So all these initiatives, right from the mechanical to civil to other electronics or computer science, everywhere you require skill, all may not be the entrepreneur, future entrepreneur, but as my previous speaker mentioned also, for your job, this skill is highly required. For your development in your career, all these skills will be highly useful. So please, this is a great platform and this is a great opportunity for all of you, which Sister Nivedita University has brought to you today. So please be engaged with this. If you have a desired skill, you can also be associated with us. We can support you in some of the products if you can design, develop with us, and we can support you by the financial aid if needed, and also to commercialize your products so that it becomes a very useful phenomenon and you can be more viable and futuristic. So this is something in brief about today's program, initiative, and the perspective. And I'm really excited, and again, thanking you for inviting me on this platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your enlightening words, sir. Next, it feels very incomplete if we don't hear it from one specific person. So I would request our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Dr. Anupam Basu, sir, to come up and address us. Please, sir. Sir, if ma'am wants to speak something, then ma'am will, otherwise you can.
So I can conclude the program, right? You said? Okay, thanks for inviting me. Nowadays, I often hear about innovation, and it is really getting the importance that it deserves in a country like India. But actually, in our life, especially I'm addressing the students, if they're at all there or listening, that we innovate in our everyday life. I don't know how many of you wear Hawaii chappals. We in our student days used to wear Hawaii chappals a lot, and often that strap used to get torn. All right? So how did you manage to walk and spend the whole day with that? Absolutely, safety pin. That was innovation, right? When you have the glasses, one danda of the glass being broken, how do we manage? We have to work, right? We put a string, shuto type of thing, and put it like a gutter. Yeah, we put it like over here. So in that way, innovate every day. Nowadays, innovation is being talked about in a very high-tech platform. But if you go to the villages, you will find, I don't know, anybody from the village side here? Among the students, you. Have you seen what is Dona Dawa? Dona? You have seen Dona, right? Now, Dona is given, just for those of you who do not know, that to take the water from one canal and put it on your ground. And for that, they have got a small device which they can use with their feet, and they can also, I have seen people using pulleys and pulling that, and some people have not very recently, quite a few days back, I saw people put a small motor, all right? And this was automated. This was done by the village people. No commercialization,
no patenting. But now you are in a much better position. You can give it shape. A lot of encouraging words have been told and by the people who are really in this field. I will just suggest one. If you really want to innovate for the country, you should go bottom up. I would request, the Vice Chancellor is not here, the Sister Nivedita University and the Techno India Group or whoever's logos are there, should provide the interested students to visit the villages or visit the slums, visit the common man's home, and discover what sort of innovation is needed. Mostly the type of innovation we do is we sit in an ivory tower, think of what we can possibly do, and try to innovate that. And often it does not succeed commercially because the ground realities were not tested. So if we can think of it, in our childhood, we used to write an essay, traveling as a part of education, right? Now, similarly, if the students can really go to the villages and see, or to the underprivileged people and see what innovations can really help them. All said and done, I mean, in the government sector, government officials are here, but we hear that every Indian has gotten access to smartphones, so it's a false statement. It's a blatant false statement. Every Indian does not have. Not even 30% Indians have got access to smartphones. In one home, there is one feature phone, and people carry out, I mix with those people I know. So there is no point of creating an ivory pinkish picture like that. Face the reality. And what can you innovate so that they can be really elevated to the development stream. So those are the things that are needed. I'm sure there are fantastic projects that have been done by the students, but I would just request Tina ma'am and others to organize something where the students can step out from their comfort zone and see what the people really need, what the majority people mostly needs. So if we can do that, if that can be organized, then I'm sure this World Youth Skills Day will be really facing a good challenge and they can respond to it. I wish all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful address. We are almost towards an end of today's program, but before moving on to the second phase, I would request Ina Bose ma'am to come forward and say a few words. Please, ma'am.
This is a formal vote of thanks, probably what Shakshi meant. My first thanks goes out to Mr. Mitra. Thank you for giving that explanation of Udyog. I promise you we'll carry this forward. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chakraborty, for promising to handhold our students and faculty's projects. The projects are yet not judged completely. The judges are on their job. And after this session, post-lunch, we'll continue with the judging process. And thereafter, we'll announce, although it was not a competition format, but then just yesterday we thought of making a few first, second, third decisions. So some prizes will be there. The judges are, I should again thank the judges. Professor Ashok Ranjan Thakur. He has seen the projects around this morning. He's in the campus attending to some other programs. We have as judge Professor Atul Chaudhary, Professor Bhavani Sen, Professor Devashish Majumdar, Professor Reena Kumar. So they have done a good job and they are still doing it, of course. I have a few small announcements to make. Announcement A, 4 projects of Techno International Bhatanagar, Techno International Newtown, and Netaji Subhash Engineering have been identified by a Dubai-based healthcare technology support company. They have promised to do this hand-holding, as Mr. Chakraborty just said. So that was an industry who has come forward to hand-hold these projects. So they are in the process. They have sent their NDA, non-disclosure agreement, to me, which I will forward to the respective teams. After signing the NDA, they will take the matter forward. This was one announcement. Number 2 announcement is, this is just a beginning of showcasing the projects. We are planning to have an Incubathon supported by West Bengal Government Department of Science and Technology. The date has not yet been decided, maybe very soon, within August or September. Third and last announcement is, as directed by our Chancellor, Sir, Mr. Shottam Rai Chaudhary, we are soon going to have our Physical Innovation Incubation Center at one of our buildings at Sector 5, DN25. So where, if the projects need space, we'll be able to provide them with space, with mentoring support, with business plan processing, technical support, with marketing support, whatever they need. I'm sure everyone is hungry now. Students, faculties, please collect your lunch packets. I think it's arranged outside. I would request the judges who are present here to escort the dignitaries down to the International Lounge, and Udyog committee members too, to please go to the International Lounge downstairs for their lunch. After which, we will come back again here for the rest of the judging process. And around 4 o'clock, I suppose we'll be able to announce the prizes. Thank you so much. And thank you, Shakshi.
All of you are requested to gather here once again around 3 p.m. after the lunch. So we shall start with the prize announcement and distribution along with the certificates. So please be here at 3 p.m. after the lunch. Thank you so much.